And now, for an amazing true story. From the book of Mark, chapter 4, verses 35 through 40.
Jesus spent the day by the Sea of Galilee, a place he would often go to teach the people lessons about how to live their lives. A crowd had gathered on the shore that was so large, Jesus had to actually get on a boat and teach them from the water. He taught them about heaven, about how to be generous and how to love one another, and occasionally, Jesus did something miraculous. As evening came and the crowd started to disperse, Jesus said to his 12 disciples, "Let's go over to the other side of the lake." So they all piled in the boat with Jesus and they shoved away from the shore. If anyone noticed the dark clouds in the distance, nobody mentioned it at the time. "Toss me that rope, will you, John?"
Here you are, Peter. Help me tie off the sail, Matthew.
Listen, Peter, if you've got some math for me to do, I'm all in. Taxes to pay, I'm your guy, but sailing?
Come on, it's easy. Just pull.
Okay.
There. That wasn't so tough.
Yeah, tell that to my rope-burned hands.
Now many of the disciples were fishermen, so they knew all about the water. They knew where to find the most fish, how to keep away from the places where the water was too shallow, and what it meant when the wind started to change.
Sounds like a storm. Should we turn back? Oh, we're too far out now. Our best chance is to reach the other side as quickly as possible.
The waves began to get more fierce, lapping against the boat, bouncing the vessel up and down, up and down, up and down.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Find something to hold on to, Matthew. It's just going to get worse.
Okay.
Before they knew it, a wild storm was upon them, water pelting them from every side. The waves were rising high above them, water crashing over the boat, filling it to the point of sinking.
We've got to get this water out of here. John, find buckets so we can dump the water overboard. Find anything. Bottles, vases, shoes, I don't care. Get the water out or we're all gonna drown. Matthew.
What?
Jesus is the most important person here. We've got to make sure he's safe. Find him. I'm on it. Thaddeus, you and Andrew work at getting that sail back down. If we're not careful, this wind is gonna blow us to kingdom come.
Peter, I found Jesus.
Where is he?
He's sleeping.
What?
I said he's sleeping.
I can't understand you. I think you said Jesus is sleeping? Matthew nodded, but Peter couldn't believe it. He followed Matthew to the back of the boat where they both saw Jesus sleeping peacefully on a cushion, as if there were nothing in the world to be afraid of.
What in the world? Teacher! Teacher! Wake up!
Jesus stirred and looked into the terrified faces of his disciples.
Jesus, I hate to wake you, but we've got some big problems here. Our little boat isn't going to last much longer in this storm, and you chose this time to take a cat nap? Don't you even care if we drown?
Jesus blinked, wiped his eyes. He sat up on the oh-so-comfortable cushion and stretched his arms out until he was fully awake. Then he stood and shouted into the storm.
Quiet. Be still. Oh, come on. That's not going to work.
Immediately, the winds died down. The waves were calm. The rain, merely a sprinkle. Jesus sat back down on the cushion in the back of the boat. The disciples were dumbfounded. Once again, they had underestimated the awesome power of their Lord. Jesus looked at them and said, "Why are you so afraid? Don't you have any faith at all yet?" Jesus lay back down to resume his much-deserved rest, and the disciples were left to ponder what had happened. Jesus made their big problems seem so small, and they began to wonder if there was anything he couldn't do.